Students, Namaskar. In our previous video, we took an example from the chapter matrices, and that was done using principle of mathematical induction. Here, we'll be taking some more example students from the same chapter. So, the next miscellaneous example is for the matrix A is equal to 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Prove that A raised to the power n is equal to 3 raised to the power n minus 1, 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 3 raised to the power n minus 1. And the last row is also this, where n belongs to the set of all the natural numbers. So dear students, I have discussed in the previous video that whenever we get some n in a statement and where n belongs to set of natural numbers, we do use principle of mathematical induction. So to prove this particular statement for this particular matrix, we will be using principle of mathematical induction. So like the previous example, solution, let the given statement be Pn. So here we have Pn as a raised to the power n is equal to 3 raised to the power n minus 1, 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 3 raised to the power n minus 1. And the same is the last row as well, 3 raised to the power n minus 1, all of the elements. So students, as the first step in the principle of mathematical induction is, we do check whether P1 is true or not. So here step first is checking P1. So P1 I am finding. What is LHS of P1? LHS of P1 is a raised to the power 1 is equal to a only. Okay. LHS of P1, it is Pn, and if I put n is equal to 1 in this one, so LHS of P1 is equal to a. And RHS of Pn, here I can write RHS of P1 is equal to, RHS of P1 is, if you put n is equal to 1 in this particular matrix, we do get 3 raised to the power 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So everywhere 3 raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So 1 1 1 1 1 1 and 1 1 1, and this is matrix A only. You can see this is the value of matrix A. So we have got LHS is equal to RHS for the statement P1. So this implies that P1 is true. We have got P1 true. Now after we have got P1 true, we will move on for our next step, and the step is we will check whether Pm implies that Pm plus 1 is true or not. So step second, or I can write step second over here. I am writing step second here. Step second, let Pm be true. Let Pm be true. And when we suppose Pm true, then Pm is this, and it is a raised to the power m. It is m minus 1, these all are m minus 1, here also m minus 1, 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 and this is also m minus 1. So this is Pm, and I can give it equation number first. Now I am finding LHS of Pm plus 1. What will be LHS of Pm plus 1, students? The LHS of Pm plus 1 will be a raised to the power m plus 1. A raised to the power m plus 1. And a raised to the power m plus 1 is equal to a raised to the power m times a. Okay. Here I am writing, putting the value of a raised to the power m from equation number first, as we have a raised to the power n in equation a raised to the power m in equation number first. So what do we get? We get, students, we get, in place of a raised to the power m I will be writing 3 raised to the power m minus 1, next 3 raised to the power m minus 1, and this is 3 raised to the power m minus 1. All of the elements of this square matrix of order 3 is 3 raised to the power m minus 1. 3 raised to the power m minus 1 I have put here. This is the value of a raised to the power m, and the value of a we have as a matrix of order 3 by 3, and each of the element is 1. So that matrix also I have put here. If I multiply both of these matrices, dear students, what do we get? We do get, first of all, the first row multiplied by the first column is the first element. So see, corresponding elements will be multiplied. 3 raised to the power m minus 1 plus 3 raised to the power m minus 1 plus 3 raised to the power m minus 1, and that is equal to 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1. Each of the element will be this only, so everywhere you can write 3 times the next element, 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1. The next element is also 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1. Here 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1, 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1, 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1, and the next element 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1, 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1, and 3 times 3 raised to the power m minus 1. So we have multiplied both of these matrices and we have got this particular matrix. Dear students, 3 times 3 raised to the power something. So when we multiply both of these elements, so power of 3 is 1 and power of 3 is m raised to the power m minus 1. So powers are added. What would we get here? We will be getting here m minus 1 plus 1. So we will be getting 3 raised to the power m. So the next step from here, what we'll be getting, I am mentioning here, is 3 raised to the power m, 3 raised to the power m, and 3 raised to the power m. 3 raised to the power m, 3 raised to the power m, 3 raised to the power m. And the last statement is also, last elements of last row are also these. Now this is actually, students, is equal to RHS of Pm plus 1, Pm plus 1. You can see what will be RHS of Pm plus 1. Students, this is An, a raised to, or you can say this is Pn, or this is a raised, this particular statement is Pm. What will be LHS of Pm plus 1? We took LHS of Pm plus 1 here. RHS of Pm plus 1 will be, if you replace m by m plus 1, so you will be getting m plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 3 raised to the power m only. So every element we are getting 3 raised to the power m. So this is RHS of Pm plus 1. We took LHS of Pm plus 1, we used Pm, and we got RHS of Pm plus 1 by simplifying this. So what has implied? We can say Pm has implied that Pm plus 1 is true. What has implied that Pm plus 1 is true? Pm has implied. Therefore, by the principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true. You can write, hence, by principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true. Or you can write the given statement Pn. Pn is only the given statement that is true, and that is what we have to prove, students. We have proved it. So we have taken one more example, that was from the chapter matrices, and what has been used here to solve this particular question? principle of mathematical induction has been used here to solve this particular question. I am sure you have understood. The previous example was also of this type, in which the principle of mathematical induction was used. Here as well the principle of mathematical induction has been used. So in which question, which type of question from the chapter matrices principle of mathematical induction will be used, students? If we have to prove a statement where both of the sides n is included and that n belongs to set of natural numbers, if this type of statement to be proven, then we have to use principle of mathematical induction to prove this type of statements. I am sure you understood.